Tension erupted on a recent episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon when guest host Eva Mendes delivered a sharp roast of Meghan Markle, sparking a heated confrontation that left the audience in shock. What was expected to be a lighthearted night of entertainment quickly turned into an awkward, contentious spectacle. The drama began when Mendes, known for her wit, opened with a scathing monologue aimed directly at Markle. Taking jabs at Meghan's frequent tabloid appearances and her public portrayal as a victim, Mendes impersonated the former royal, poking fun at her well-documented grievances about royal life. The audience, at first, was in stitches, cheering and laughing as Mendes hit her stride, mocking Meghan's image in the media. However, the light-hearted atmosphere turned sour when Meghan Markle, visibly upset, made a surprise entrance on stage. The tension was palpable as Markle confronted Mendes for belittling her personal struggles. Markle, in a voice filled with frustration, addressed the jokes head-on, accusing Mendes of trivializing the real challenges she faced during her time as a royal. The audience fell silent as the unexpected confrontation unfolded, with Meghan visibly rattled by Mendes' comments. Mendes, however, was not quick to back down. Standing her ground, she continued to criticize what she referred to as Markle's self-victimization. Her remarks hinted at a growing sentiment in some circles that Meghan's frequent public narratives about hardship had become tiresome. Mendes doubled down, defending her comedic approach as a reflection of what many people were thinking but too polite to say. The situation escalated into a tense standoff between the two women, each unwilling to back away. As Markle expressed her anger at being mocked for sharing her truth, Mendes dismissed her complaints, suggesting that Markle's version of suffering might not resonate with everyday people. This added fuel to the fire, as the exchange became even more biting and personal. Host Jimmy Fallon, clearly sensing the mounting discomfort, attempted to intervene, urging both women to lighten the tone and move forward with the show. Despite his efforts to steer the conversation back to safer ground, the atmosphere remained awkward and strained. Meghan's frustration lingered, while Mendes, unyielding in her stance, maintained a cool composure. The rest of the interview limped along, weighed down by the unresolved tension between the two. The audience's reaction was split. Some attendees continued to cheer for Mendes, appreciating her boldness in voicing what they saw as valid criticisms of Meghan's ongoing portrayal as a victim in the public eye. Others, however, felt that Mendes had crossed a line. For those viewers, the roast was seen as unnecessarily cruel, especially considering the sensitive nature of Markle's personal experiences. The episode quickly became a flashpoint for a wider public debate, reflecting the growing division in public opinion about Meghan Markle's media presence. While some people champion her openness about the difficulties of life in the royal spotlight, others are increasingly skeptical, viewing her as overly dramatic or disconnected from the challenges faced by everyday people. Mendes' sharp takedown tapped into this divide, sparking conversations on social media about the balance between humor and cruelty, and the point at which satire becomes harmful. By the time the credits rolled, the tension between Mendes and Markle was unresolved, leaving viewers in suspense about what might happen next. Fallon's attempts at smoothing things over had done little to mitigate the palpable discomfort that hung over the remainder of the show. As the audience left the studio, it was clear that this episode would be remembered less for its comedy and more for the dramatic, headline-grabbing exchange that played out between Mendes and Markle. In the aftermath, social media buzzed with opinions, dissecting every moment of the clash. Some praised Mendes for her boldness, while others criticized her for going too far, questioning whether such public ridicule of Meghan was warranted or fair. As for Markle, her supporters defended her reaction, expressing empathy for the emotional toll of being publicly mocked for sharing her struggles. The incident only seemed to deepen the divide in public sentiment surrounding Meghan Markle, turning what was meant to be a light evening of entertainment into a heated cultural moment. The episode underscored the volatile nature of the public's relationship with Meghan Markle and raised questions about how far satire can go before it turns into a form of bullying. Mendes' roasting of the former royal may have been an attempt to tap into the comedic tradition of poking fun at public figures, but it opened a much larger conversation about the responsibilities of comedians, the power dynamics of mockery, and the ongoing scrutiny faced by one of the world's most talked-about women.